These are some Dinar Guru updates, starting off with Mark Z via PDK. At the end, they say they aren't going to RV for months. Well, we saw this in Kuwait and China and in every modern day revaluation of currency over the last 50 years, where they lay it all out there and they tell us it's coming. They say there's no plans to do it soon. They won't tell us the timing. They want to cloud it. Then they have covered their bases. Sampson article quote, Deputy reducing the price of the dollar will be a top priority for the new government. The Deputy of Coordination Framework, Ali Al Bandwawi, revealed on Monday the existence of a study on the possibility of returning the dollar exchange rate to its previous era, stressing that the return the exchange rate to what it was before has become a popular demand. All right, militiaman, at present there is no positive step to the issuance of a 20K note. In what world would that make any sense at all present? Unless the 20,000 note value is not from a 20K note, but from a 20 denomination note with an international acceptable exchange rate attached to it. All right, Sandy Ingram says, warning, when I traveled back to the mainland, Costa Rica gave me chills when it comes to finances. Sandy says, at the international airport in San Jose, Costa Rica, they consistently announced if you were traveling with over $10,000 US dollars or the equivalent, you must report the monies. If you do not report the funds and custom finds the funds, custom finds the funds, the entire amount will be confiscated with no possibility of the money being returned. The Costa Rican government repeated the gist of this message over and over. If you must travel with cash, IQD, travel with 9,000 USD or IQD equal to 9,000. Mark Z via PDK, Iraq is the largest buyer of gold for the second quarter of this year. They are stockpiling, says Mark Z. He says they know what's coming. They need to be able to support their currency, whether the oil markets are up or down. They're clearly positioning themselves for an asset-backed world. Iraq is positioning themselves to be a juggernaut in the region for many decades. Frank26 community comment, Iraq is doing the same old, same old. No. Frank says, I beg to differ with you in a polite manner. They have announced to Iraqi citizens that they are going to float their currency at 1-to-1 pegged to the American dollar so they can go out international. They basically announced that they're Article 8. They've already announced they're going to be giving them a new currency and a new exchange rate. There's security and stability in their country like there's never been before, and Iran is so scared they won't even pick up a rock to throw it anymore. Obviously, sir, you do not know what you're talking about. That was Frank's response to the community comment. All right, we have Mark Z via PDK. Today is a holiday in Iraq, and this was from yesterday, National Iraq Day, or something like that. It would be the perfect time for them to move forward. I'm told they are completing in Iraq as to who gets to take credit for the revaluation of their currency. It is exciting to watch what is going on right now. Bob the Taxman question, is Warga back on board? Can we connect with them? The bank itself has one main branch, which is still open in Baghdad. Structure-wise, they still are there. They're just not functioning at the moment. When they get through going through what they are going to go through, then I suspect we'll hear something then. Right now, there's no communicating with them via email like we used to be able to. No, says Bob, and he says, I tried contacting the CBI and a few other routes to see if I could get access to them, and I can't get to anybody. Fleming last night, Nick Fleming was asked to sign an NDA. This was in keeping with the protocol long ago. It is the first step necessary for the RV launch, the precursor to the RV GCR. Get happy, friends. The party is just getting started. Sampson article quote, Iran announces the release of $7 billion of its frozen assets. Quote, negotiations mediated by one of the countries in the region for simultaneous release of prisoners between Iran and the United States and billions of dollars of frozen Iranian assets as part of the prisoner liberation deal. Also, community update on Guru Walking Stick. He did make it out of exploratory investigative surgery. The surgeons did learn what they needed to do for the main surgery he has coming up. He is okay. He's been struggling with some health issues, and the doctors felt they needed to move up the scheduled surgery to yesterday. It was high risk but necessary. He's a very scary. It was very scary for him, but he is a brave soul. Please, as you move throughout the morning, keep him and his family in your thoughts and prayers.